The wind flowed gently through the meditation grove, its calm energy moving through Anonimiz Cherry's form as he sat cross-legged on a smooth black stone rock. The faint glow of the divine Chakratati rivers shimmered nearby, casting light over the training field like liquid stardust. His snake chi form, too, pulsed beneath his skin, venomous yet balanced, fused with the energy of the second chakra. Orange hues flickered inside the greenish-blue threads, resonating with his desire and self-awareness, but it still wasn't perfect. His movements were tight, his transitions sluggish. He was evolving faster than expected, but evolution meant nothing without integration, and he felt it. There was a block, something not lining up between his mind, body, and the newly awakened chakra centers. So today wasn't about fighting. It was about syncing. He moved through a sequence of martial forms taught to him by Earth Angel Goddess Alicia Rapp, MMA fused with rhythmic flow, each step a blend of power and breath. No strikes, just flow, just connection. With each motion, the venom energy shifted, curling around his limbs like smoke. The second chakra's influence came through in moments of creativity. He could now infuse his venom with emotional resonance, causing effects in opponents that mirrored their own desires, hesitation, doubt, false comfort. But it took absolute control not to let that same emotional weight affect him. Anonimiz Cherry, still not fully in sync. From the grove's edge, Papa Legba Rap stepped out of the mist, leaning on his staff, his gaze sharp and wise. Papa Legba Rap. You moving like you're trying to be the energy, but you are the energy, Cherry. Don't force it. Let the venom choose its rhythm, then ride it. Anonymous nodded, taking in the words. He reset his stance. Deep underground, in a temple twisted by chaos and chi corruption, Twilight Zone Rap paced in front of a group of evil rap lieutenants. His fingers distorted the air as he traced symbols in the void. Behind him, the newly revived Dark Ember Rap stood silently, recovering from the loss dealt by Anonymous, but now burning with the deeper, more unstable power. Twilight Zone Rap. Anonymous has awakened the first two chakras. He's sinking faster than planned. We must make the next one hurt. A warp projection appeared before them, a glowing yellow chakra symbol, the Manipura, the solar plexus, the seat of willpower, identity, confidence, and control. Twilight Zone Rap twisted his fingers. The chakra's color began to darken, warping into a sickly yellow mixed with static and greed. Twilight Zone Rap. He's walking into a trap. Will turn his confidence into arrogance, his strength into obsession, his purpose into poison. Rabbi, go beep. Let's see if his fire burns clean. Or burns everything around him. Anonymous's movements were sharper now, fluid but decisive, like a serpent coiling with intent. Each breath released chi, each exhale refined it. He reached the end of the sequence and struck a still pose. For the first time, the venom inside him pulsed without resistance. His first two chakras had synced with his venom states. Papa Legba Rap gave a subtle nod. Papa Legba Rap, now you ready for the next step, ain't you? Anonymous opened his eyes. They shimmered with clarity and something new. Anonimiz Cherry. Yeah. Time to go after the fire. The path to the third chakra trial wasn't marked with light. It was heat, pressure, and a voice deep inside Anonimiz Cherry that whispered, push harder, be more, prove it. He walked toward the time chamber, his aura calm on the outside, but the fire within him churned. This wasn't like the first or second trial. He had synced with desire. He had calmed the chaos of comfort, but willpower, identity, confidence, that's where he was vulnerable, because Anonimiz Cherry had survived a lot. But he was still searching for who he really was. The corrupted version, Golden Anonymized, attacked with blinding speed. His strikes were powered not by balance, but by overwhelming intensity, each punch echoing with voices shouting, more, stronger, faster. Anonymized countered, moving with venom control and discipline, but he struggled. The arena itself was a manifestation of pressure. Every movement brought doubt. Every blocked strike whispered, you're not enough. You'll never master the rap tribe's respect. You'll always be behind. You're still that boy trying to prove he mattered. The venom inside him began to twist. The black threads started tightening. His form shook. Golden Anonymous grinned. Your will ain't strong. It's borrowed. You ain't ready to lead. Anonymous fell to one knee, and in that moment, he saw it. Not just his pain, not just the pressure, but the truth. He wasn't fighting to prove anything anymore. He was fighting because he believed in the mission, in the rap tribe, in healing, in protecting the people that couldn't protect themselves. His power wasn't to elevate himself. It was to elevate everyone. His hands pressed to the ground. He took a deep breath. The snake venom form surged, but now the fire didn't twist. It refined. The Manipura chakra ignited properly, golden and pure, lined with venom. His aura exploded in a burst of fire that didn't consume. It illuminated. He stood. I'm not fighting for dominance. I'm fighting for purpose. His next strike shattered the illusion of Golden Anonymous, scattering the corrupted will into light. As the chamber faded, a new symbol glowed in his palm, the mark of true willpower, synced with venom and clarity. This new version of his second form, now refined with solar plexus mastery, became his will keeper form. The venom could now expose intent. If someone lied, hesitated, or fought without belief, it would react. It would disrupt false power. He exited the chamber, and the moment his foot hit the grove, alarms pulsed in the city. The evil rap family was already attacking a school of youth who were on the verge of awakening their chi. He looked up at the sky. You picked the wrong day. The city was drenched in chaos. Smoke curled above buildings, streets cracked under dark chi, and panic filled the air. Anonimiz Cherry landed lightly at the entrance of Hope Academy, a school where the next generation of the rap tribe trained to master their potential. Inside, The students, children barely teenagers, stood bravely, their young auras flickering with newly awakened chi. But facing them were warriors of the evil rap family, their corrupted chi radiating menace, their smiles twisted with mockery. In front stood Dark Ember Rap, fully recovered, his energy pulsating with reckless abandon. Anonimiz felt his new Willkeeper form pulse. The venom within him whispered clearly, "Protect them. They're the future." Dark Ember. Rap's voice cut through the tension. "Come to defend these brats, Cherry. You couldn't even defend yourself last time." Anonymiz's aura flared softly, golden threads mixing seamlessly with his greenish-blue venom energy, stabilized by the purified Manipura chakra. Anonimiz Cherry responded firmly, "Last time ain't this time." Dark Ember sneered and commanded, "Attack!" The evil rap warriors surged forward, darkness colliding with youthful chi. Anonimiz stepped ahead swiftly, his venom striking precisely, hitting key points on the enemy fighters. His venom didn't just weaken, it now disrupted their very intent, making their aggression falter. But the enemy wasn't the real danger. Dark Ember Rap himself was preparing something darker, his corrupted chi gathering ominously. Anonimiz Cherry. Stand together, feel your chi. Your strength is in unity. The kids hesitated for only a second, then joined hands, closing their eyes. Their young chi formed a circle pulsating with potential. Anonimiz stepped between them and Dark Ember, his aura now solid, venom dancing through his fingertips. Dark Ember unleashed a blast of a dark flame, but Anonimiz held to his ground, catching the flames in a wall of venom-infused chi, neutralizing its corruptive force. Dark Ember Rap. How did you, Anonimiz Cherry? Your chi's corrupt, mine's purified. Guess whose will is stronger now? Suddenly a new voice called out, strong, fearless. Now, everyone, push. Anonimiz turned slightly, seeing a young boy named Saul Rapp, whose aura was glowing brilliantly, a blend of gold, purple, and vibrant green. The youth's energy resonated powerfully with the others. Soul Rapp, we're the next generation, and this city belongs to us. The children's chi surged, their collective strength washing over the corrupted warriors who stumbled back, disoriented and weakened by the purity of the youthful energy. Dark Ember staggered, his own chi faltering under the overwhelming clarity of their unified intent. Anonimiz stepped forward and placed his hand on Saul Rapp's shoulder. The boy's aura immediately stabilized, becoming stronger and more focused. Dark Ember Rap, you're only delaying the inevitable. Anonimiz Cherry, nah, I'm building a future stronger than your corruption. Dark Ember snarled, but retreated into shadow, vanishing along with the weakened remnants of his forces. Anonimiz exhaled, looking at the brave youth around him. He saw clearly now what he was truly fighting for. Not just the city, not just himself, but these kids. They were the living future of the Rap tribe. Papa Legba Rap emerged from the shadows, pride glowing in his wise eyes. You helped them find their strength today. But the evil Rap family will come back harder. Anonimiz Cherry. Then we'll teach them to rise higher. Saul Rapp stepped up, eyes bright and ready. We'll be ready. We promise. The battlefield had gone still. The echoes of the youth's victory faded into memory, but Anonimiz Cherry's soul was still stirring. He stood once again at the edge of the meditation grove, where the toddy rivers ran quieter, deeper, reflective, His body pulsed with the rhythm of his progress. 3 chakras unlocked, each now bound to his snake chi, yet something new buzzed within him, unnamed, undefined. He had never been this deep into alignment, and he knew what came next. Anahata, the heart chakra. The chamber opened before he even stepped toward it. The divine source was ready. But was he? The time chamber transformed into a vast meadow, suspended in a sky of stars. Floating blossoms shimmered like memories, and soft winds carried whispers, not from enemies or twisted chi, but from moments long buried. Anonymous stepped barefoot through grass that glowed like emerald fire, and in the center stood a tree made of green glass and silver veins, pulsing with a slow, heavy heartbeat. As he touched it, the world rippled. A figure appeared from the light. His brother, the one who had survived the car wreck beside him, the moment where he should have died, or maybe should have saved more. The guilt still rested beneath his breath. Brother, you carry all this power, but did you ever forgive yourself? The chamber pulsed. Then came the face of a woman Anonymous once tried to love, but his journey made him distant, closed. Her image formed, weeping, not in blame, but in memory. Woman, when will you love again? Then, his mother. Mother, when will you let yourself rest? Anonymous stumbled, heart pounding, snake chi flickering wildly. His second form trembled, strength in full, but purpose in question. He had led, he had fought, but he hadn't healed. The weight of compassion and courage clashed inside him. Suddenly his body collapsed, not from weakness, but from surrender, not to death, but to truth. He wept deeply, not from pain, but from release. The vines from the heart tree wrapped around his body, not to trap, but to lift. And the unknown power surged through him, a third state of snake chi unlocked. Not just venom, not just precision, but healing. His aura blossomed into green and rose gold threads, wrapping around his body like spiritual armor. The venom in his veins now carried a dual purpose: to disable darkness and to restore broken light. He could now pass energy into others. He could revive spirit where it had been shattered. He could feel the emotions of those around him and channel it back with intention. The snake compassion state was born. The heart chakra glowed within his chest, pure, untouchable. He exited the time chamber barefoot, body light but firm. His eyes glowed with truth and softness. Not a warrior in rage, but a guardian in grace. The youth greeted him not with awe, but with comfort, like they'd known him forever. Even Papa Legbarap paused, bowing his head slightly. Papa Legbarap, you touched something most warriors run from. Anonimiz Cherry. I'm ready to protect and to forgive. The city's rhythm had quieted, but the beat inside Anonimiz Cherry was growing louder. Since unlocking his throat chakra and stepping into the snake voice state, his presence echoed wherever he went, not just in sound but in truth. His words stirred courage, shook hidden shame, and unraveled the lies people told themselves just to get by. But with clarity comes the burden of what must be seen. And the next chakra, Ajna, the third eye, was not about control. It was about vision, seeing what others miss, and most of all, seeing yourself. As Anonymous entered the time chamber, something was different. There was no transformation, no landscape, no battlefield, only darkness and silence. Then a voice, not loud, not divine, just familiar. Voice You've come this far by knowing what to say, but now you must know what you refuse to see. A pulse surged through his chest, and suddenly he was falling. Not physically, but through memory, through perception, through the layers of illusions he had yet to face. Anonimiz opened his eyes, or thought he did. The world around him was warped. Faces of people he loved, people he fought, people he lost, all walking past him, wearing masks. His past selves approached. The boy who was silent, watching his mother cry and not knowing what to do. The soldier who followed orders, even when they didn't align with his soul. The rapper who faked confidence, scared of being seen without his words. Each figure looked at him and then turned away. Anonimiz Cherry, why are y'all turning your backs on me? And the voice replied, Voice, because you turned your back on them. Anonimiz collapsed. He couldn't breathe. His snake chi flickered. His voice cracked. He wasn't facing an enemy. He was facing the truth he never wanted to see. That despite all his growth, all his healing, he still avoided pain he didn't understand. But the thing about truth, it doesn't punish, it liberates. Anonimiz steadied his breath. He stood, and this time, he didn't run from the visions. He opened himself to them. He let the pain in. He looked directly at it. He said, Anonimiz Cherry, I see you, and I still choose to grow. The darkness shattered, revealing infinite reflections of his soul, all aligning into a single point of glowing indigo light in the center of his forehead. The third eye opened, his aura adjusted. The venom within him grew more refined, now able to detect deception in reality itself. He had unlocked the snake sight state. Abilities of the snake sight. State can see through illusions, both physical and emotional, able to read hidden chi signatures and sense corrupted energy, accesses pre-battle visions, allowing him to prepare for outcomes before they happen, sees the emotional wounds of others through their energy fields and can choose to help or challenge. Back in the city, as the sun began to rise, Anonimiz stood on a rooftop. The city looked the same, but now he saw everything differently. He saw cracks in the walls that no one noticed. He saw corrupted energy hiding in plain sight. He saw the next battle before it even happened. Anonimiz Cherry, I see what's coming. The city was quiet, too quiet. Anonimiz Cherry stood atop the tallest tower of the Rat Palace, his snake sight state still active. From here, he could see the full heartbeat of the city, from the dancing lights in the neighborhoods of the youth he helped train, to the lingering shadows where Twilight Zone rap's influence still twisted energy beneath the streets. He had come so far through fire, rage, pain, healing, and clarity, and now only one chakra remained, Sahasrara, the crown, the gate to the divine, the seat of purpose. But, unlike the others, this trial couldn't be forced, earned, or even fully prepared for. It had to be surrendered to. As he entered the time chamber this time, it didn't shift. It didn't roar. It simply disappeared. Or maybe it became everything. Anonimiz wasn't in the chamber anymore. He wasn't even in the meditation grove. He was in nothing. A blank, starless expanse. No ground beneath him, no sky above, just being. And yet, he could feel everything. Every heartbeat of the city. Every thought in the rap tribe. Every scream of the evil rap family. Every breath of wind across the divine Chakratati rivers. It was too much. His chi shook. His snake forms flickered wildly. His mind wanted to run. Voice. To wear the crown, you must die first. In that space, every identity Anonymous carried began to emerge around him. The survivor, the soldier, the leader, the forgiver, the fighter, the voice, the seer. They all spoke at once. Identities. We got you this far. We protected you. We kept you alive. Don't abandon us now. He dropped to his knees. The weight of his own identities, even the purest ones, became chains. Voice, let go. Anonymous closed his eyes. Anonimiz Cherry. But who am I without them? Voice. Exactly. He took a deep breath, and then, like releasing a final note, he let it all go. The snake forms, the pain, the victories, the need to be right, the desire to be seen. He let himself be nothing. In that surrender, something beautiful happened. Light, a crown of white gold energy, erupted from the top of his head, spinning into a 1,000-petal lotus above his body. It dripped threads of light down through his entire chakra system, purifying every form, every state, every lesson. The venom within him, no longer just destruction, no longer just adaptation or healing, became pure divine alchemy. He didn't need to choose between them anymore. He had become the balance. The crown state, divine serpent form, had awakened. Abilities of the divine serpent form. Full access to every form simultaneously. Immune to illusion, corruption, and chi manipulation. Can harmonize or nullify corrupted chakras in others. Can initiate temporary divine alignment in allies, awakening their best selves. Speaks with the voice of the divine, not to control, but to remind. As Anonymous stepped back into the physical world, glowing like a god among men, the city shook. From the depths of the corrupted grid, Twilight Zone rap rose, fully powered reality bent around him, his final form active. Behind him stood former rap tribe warriors, fully turned, consumed by shadow. Papa Legba, rap, this is the war of fate. Anonymous breathed in, not as a fighter, not as a savior, but as a divine mirror, a being who had surrendered everything and gained oneness. Anonimiz Cherry. Then let the war be won by truth.